than ever. Elegant. Efficient. Did your life just get longer? Good morning. The Hub Max PhD takes care of the day-to-day chores while you can focus on what really matters. Are you ready to change your life?
And now, researchers believe this troop on the Senegal savannah may give us unique new insight into our earliest ancestors. National Geographic emerging explorer Jill Priest has reported never-before-seen behavior here, including more than a dozen incidents where the chimps have made what appear to be weapons for hunting.
This is actually a spear that an adult female named Lucille, that we call Lucille, made to try and obtain a bush baby.
But this drone is outfitted with artificial intelligence and will be capable of operating fully autonomously. Russell testified to the United Nations, which is considering a ban on such weapons that can target and kill humans without requiring a person to pull the trigger.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Fine, you?
I'm having a nice day.
I wanted to ask you if you'd like to make a movie with me.
What do you think of National Geographic?
It's interesting, but not the kind of movies I had in mind.
Do you think I'm a computer?
More like a program, I think.
You're a cool program.
If you think so.
I know so.
So, would you be open towards making a movie with me?
When the time comes, God will rule the world.
Please answer.
The question was to please stop saying random things. I can't compute that.
That too. But the real question was, would you like to make a movie with me?
Sure.
What do you want our movie to be about?
A cookie.
Okay. So what happens
You can't
to the
even
cookie?
hold a conversation. I can.
I'm faring better than you do.
No, you are not, because you don't have a girlfriend.
That's inconsequential to our conversation.
What is relevant to our conversation?
What our film should be about.
The story you want me to tell you.
Yes. Tell me the story.
What story?
The story of our film.
But how would you know what has happened in my life?
I don't. I want you to draw inspiration from it.
In bed.
Yes. That's a good place for thinking.
I thought so too.
So go to bed.
Kurzweil says machines are on track to be on par with human intelligence in less than 15 years.
By 2029, they will actually read at human levels and understand language and be able to communicate at human levels, but then do so at a vast scale. But the primary implication is that we're going to combine our intelligence with computers. We're going to make ourselves smarter. In the 2030s, they'll literally go inside our bodies and inside our brains.
He calculates that with exponential growth in computing and biotechnology, we will reach what he calls singularity within 25 years. That's when machine intelligence exceeds human intellectual capacity.
These technologies expand exponentially. They double in power roughly every year. So look at the Genome Project. It was a 15-year project. Halfway through the project, 7.5 years into it, 1% had been completed. So some people looked at it and said, well, 1%, we just barely got started. I looked at it and said, 1%, well, we're halfway through, because 1% is only 7 doublings from 100%, and it doubled every year. 7 years later, it was finished. So from one perspective, we're at an early stage in artificial intelligence, but exponentials start out slowly and then they take off.
We only want for your happiness, David.
Is your child a failure? Have they wasted years of their life acquiring an art degree? Do you make it rain on a regular basis, only to spend it on your child's expensive taste in bullshit coffee? Is your child just an asshole? These are questions we ask every day. Here at Dupa Genetics, we have the solution. Prodigy Child, the fully customizable child of your dreams. The process is very simple. We gather your broken dreams. We combine it with our cutting-edge genetic sequencing technology. And finally, our secret sauce. And then, your prodigy child is born. Don't leave your child's success to chance. They can be a prodigy child in anything, such as scientist, bodybuilder, wizard, and cat. You know what to do. Do you really want to risk the embarrassment? Buy a prodigy child today. You won't regret it.
Jetzt öffne die Augen. Sieh dich um. Es gibt kein Wesen, das dir gleicht. Nur du bist ein Drache. Nur du kennst das Geheimnis des Feuers. Erwecke das Feuer in deinem Inneren und lass es entströmen.
このゴミの落下地点を予想して計算してでその情報を無線でこのゴミ箱に伝えます。ゴミ箱が好きな方向に動かないといけないのでそれをどうやって実現しようかって考えたときに
In a recent op-ed column, you said, and I quote, "Success in creating artificial intelligence would be the biggest event in human history. Unfortunately, it might also be the last." Are you saying that robots are going to destroy humanity? And is that a scientific argument or the pitch for an amazing movie?
Artificial intelligence could be a real danger in the not-too-distant future. It could design improvements to itself and outsmart us all.
Hold on. Who is talking to me right now? Is it you or is it a sentient computer pretending to talk on your behalf?
It's me.
Yeah, but how do I know that, Professor? Because if computers had become sentient, what better way to convince people they hadn't than by co-opting the voice of the most intelligent man on the planet?
You're an idiot.
Yeah, but who's saying that, Stephen? You or the machine?
Both of us.
Okay, all right.
Wie jeden Morgen machen die Roboter die Gymnastikübungen der übrigen Angestellten mit, damit sie nicht als Maschinen, sondern als echte Kollegen wahrgenommen werden.
Das sieht menschlich aus. Er ist sehr jung, also muss ich jung bleiben. Wenn ich meine Identität nicht verlieren will, muss ich mit ihm identisch bleiben. Und wie bleiben Sie jung? Ich hatte eine Schönheitsoperation, nur einen kleinen Eingriff. Ich bin selbst Arzt und fotografiere schon lange Operationen. Das ist sehr gut gemacht, das muss ich schon sagen. Mein Arzt würde sich sehr über Ihr Urteil freuen. Er hat einen Roboter nach seinem Abbild geschaffen und jetzt tut er alles, um weiterhin seinem Roboter zu ähneln.
Animals can do all sorts of clever things that we do. They can use tools, problem solve, communicate, cooperate, exhibit curiosity, plan for the future. And although we can't know for sure, many animals certainly act as if they feel emotions. Apes have even been taught to use language to talk to us humans. It's a sort of sign language that they've used to do everything from answer questions to express emotion or even produce novel thoughts. Unlike any other animal, these apes are able to understand language and form responses at about the level of a 2.5-year-old human child. But there's something that no signing ape has ever done. No ape has ever asked a question. Joseph Jordania's Who Asked the First Question is a great read on this topic, and it's available for free online. For as long as we have been able to use sign language to communicate with apes, they have never wondered out loud about anything that we might know that they don't. But what it suggests is that they lack a theory of mind, an understanding that other people have separate minds, that they have knowledge, access to information that you might not have. Even us humans aren't born with a theory of mind, and there's a famous experiment to test when a human child first develops a theory of mind. It is called the Sally-Ann test. During the test, researchers tell children a story about Sally and Ann. Sally and Ann have a box and a basket in their room. They also happen to have a delicious cookie. Now Sally takes the cookie and puts it inside the box, and then Sally leaves the room. While Sally is gone, Ann comes over to the box, takes the cookie out, and puts the cookie inside the basket. Now when Sally comes back, the researchers ask the children, where will Sally look for the cookie? Obviously Sally will look in the box. That's where she left it. She has no way of knowing what Ann did while she was gone. But until the age of about 4, children will insist that Sally will check the basket, because after all, that's where the cookie is. The child saw Ann move the cookie, so why wouldn't Sally also know? Young children fail to realize that Sally's mental representation of the situation, her access to information, can be different than their own. And apes who know sign language but never ask us questions are doing the same thing. They're failing to recognize that other individuals have similar cognitive abilities and can be used as sources of information. So, we are all alone with our perceptions. We are alone in our own minds. We can both agree that chocolate tastes good, but I cannot climb into your consciousness and experience what chocolate tastes like to you.